So I decided to do a little video of my kombucha process for you. I'm going to be making 2 plus a little bit gallons of kombucha. So gallon of, this is distilled water, but it's not. It's actually filtered water from my sink. I had that turned on already. I prefer to use spring water. It's loud. I prefer to use spring water. Store-bought is fine. But we get ours from an actual spring. Like, we go and collect it in hundreds of jugs. Not hundreds, usually like 20. But that's usually what I use, but this is all I have left. I have to go on Friday to get more. So I used a stupid Brita and filtered 2 gallons worth of water, which took an unnecessary amount of time. So I'm gonna just pour all that in there. Just so you know, 2 gallons of water. And then you're gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait for this to boil. No, I'm just kidding. Once it does start boiling, or almost boiling, I just like it to get hot enough that it dissolves the sugar well. This is what I'm using. 2 gallons, 2 cups of sugar. And tea. You want to use black tea. Or you can do a mixture of black tea and green tea, or black tea and oolong tea. I've done both today. I'm going to do black and green. So usually it's like 5 to 8 tea bags per gallon. I do 5, so I have 10 tea bags total. I'm weird and I like to tie all of my black tea together and then all of my green tea together. I don't know. So this is the black tea that I got. It's organic. I got this at, gonna pick up where we left off. This is the black tea that I got. Like I said, it is organic. 100 tea bags. Got it from our local discount grocery store, which they probably don't have it there anymore because they never have the same thing. But whatever. Got a few boxes of it, and I'm still on the first box, so it's lasted me quite a while. And oolong tea. This is what I currently have. Prince of Peace brand, also organic, and also 100 tea bags. This was $7 or $8 on Amazon, I think. And I've heard a few people recently on the THM group talking about how they tried that brand and they did not like it because the flavor was kind of meh. But they tried, they had another brand that they really liked, which was Choice. The brand was Choice. And they said that is really good. Haven't tried it yet because I'm still working my way through this giant box, which I've had probably almost since I started THM. And I didn't use it a lot. I got it to make the shrinker, but I still have like half of it left. So I use it sometimes for kombucha too. And the green tea, which I'm using today, is just this crappy Lipton, which I only have one left. So we'll have to get more green tea, and I'm gonna try and get organic next time because organic is better. I read a thing once that tea, like any tea, even the Tivana, the specialty Tivana tea that you see in the mall, they are grown with pesticides, and they don't really wash them off before they cut, dry, package, stuff them in your tea bags, or loose leaf it and send it off to you. So you're basically like steeping a nice bag of pesticides. So enjoy this kombucha, people. No, but you know, people use it, people drink it. That's all I have right now. That's what I'm using. Sorry. So green, black, 6 of these, black tea, and 4 green tea. Kids are yelling at me. I'm hungry, I'm hungry. This time thingy is gonna be up soon. So yeah, water, boil, add sugar, steep tea for like a few hours. Sometimes I forget and it's like a really long time, but you know, it's just tea. Okay, so it's starting to get little bubbles. I'm gonna add my 2 cups, and you can see it's not even exactly 2 cups. Just, you want, you know, no more than a cup, I guess. Sorry if I keep clearing my throat. I kind of have a cold. But, sometimes I just do like 3/4 of a cup to a gallon. You don't even see this pot. So yeah, just hot enough water that it's like almost boiling. Add my sugar, stir it up. La, la, la. Not necessary to tap songs, but it makes it more fun. And then, why does it look like there's things floating in here? Probably because there is. Looks like spices. Or maybe it's leftover tea from my last batch. That would be a more favorable thing. So just ignore me while I'm picking in this pot. Then I put my tea bags in. They're tied together, so I just hang the little knotty parts out the side. And I put my lid on, and I just let it do its thing for a few hours, and I turn off the heat. I'm gonna let it sit with the heat on for a little bit just so it gets nice and hot. But that's how you make the sweet tea for kombucha. And then once it cools off, we'll get to the rest of that, but that probably I won't do till tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning or sometime. So this is ready. Simple, easy peasy. Hope you enjoyed. Okay. So the sweet tea has chilled. I set it outside. Actually took it a while. I was surprised, even sitting outside. So the first thing that we do is, this is the brewed kombucha. I took the little filter off the top. And what we need to do first is try and make this so you can see. It's kind of difficult. Okay. That might be as good as it's going to be. Dip our little clean hands in there. And pull out the SCOBY. You can see the part that was growing on top. This SCOBY is thick and super awesome. This is like, look at that, it's like the size of my hand. This was from Marlon's mom. She also makes kombucha. That's where we got this puppy. It's awesome. So I'm gonna just sit this on this plate. And then I'm gonna stir it up a little. Some people like to strain their kombucha. Not stirred it, you can't really see it, but it's kind of cloudy now compared to this one, which has not been stirred. You can kind of see right in there. You can see the SCOBY floating around. But I don't know if you can see any of that stuff floating around there on the bottom. But that's just SCOBY bits. But so I just stirred up. And then if I'm gonna make 2 new gallons, I need 2 cups of this already brewed stuff to add to the new one, so like a starter. Like similar if you're making yogurt or whatever. So I'm gonna dump out 4 cups. 4 cuppies. Because I'm gonna make 2 gallons. So then this is what I have left. So I'm gonna just set that over there. And then, is it still counting? I'm not sure if it's gonna cut me off again or not. I'm trying to watch my time. Look at this cute jar. I found this at a secondhand store in Perry County. It was like $1, or maybe it was 50 cents. I don't know. It was cheap. Sorry if I keep like doing this at you. I'm just trying to squint and look at the timer on there. Okay, so I'm gonna pour 2 cups of this and a her. Let's do this so y'all can see it. And then we just don't. Whoops. Spilled some of it, it's dripping on the floor. That's okay. Just put that down there. Okay. So this is the new one. So the SCOBY that I took out of the other one, I'm gonna slip him right in there. Yum yum. Fresh sweet tea for him to munch on. I'm gonna dry that off. Put my coffee filter back on. And now this is a new one that's ready to keep on brewing. So then I'll just go on with this. This, if you wanna flavor it, let's do. I didn't have anything prepared for this, but how about some blackberries? Blackberry? Yeah. I had been putting this in smaller jars, but since I'm also making kefir now, I don't think I really have any other jars. So I'm just going to leave it in the jar that it's in, and I'm just going to pop the berries. Pop them right on in there. Und then tight lid. Okay. So now it has berries in it, and it has a tight lid, and this will sit on the counter for about 2 days. Maybe longer. You know, it's kind of chilly now. I do have some heat, little like seed warmer heat pad thingies. But just you can kind of, you know, let some air out here and there if you need to. It's not going to get super fizzy like the stuff you get at the store because they add their own carbonation. It's not natural. Some of it probably is, but it's like it's like soda fizzy. But yeah, tight lid, build up some of that natural carbonation. It'll get a little fizzy. And sometimes I will also, after this, maybe add a little bit of sweetener, like stevia. Just one like a little one of those little stevia spoons. THM calls it a dunk. Little dunk of stevia. Or a few, you know. Whatever floats your boat. So yeah, it's a few days. It'll be tasting like your black raspberries, and it'll be super yums. I mean, you wouldn't even have to let it sit out. Like I could have not put any blueberries in here and just stuck it in the fridge and be like, it's done, I'm gonna drink it. Who does that? So that's pretty much it. Super simple. And now I have a few more jars that I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna stand here and make you watch me do all these because it's basically just the same thing over and over again. Although I will show you this. Okay. Looky here. This little guy. This is the, see how thin, he's thin little guy. That is the SCOBY that grew on top. Brand spanking new, just this ferment. This was the big Mama SCOBY. This is another one from Marlon's mom, these big honkers. So that one was in there, and then on the top of my brew, grew this other little pancake, and that'll keep growing. I can use that, stick it back in there, in the new one, and it'll keep on growing. Pretty cool. So that's special. Avon has to pee. He comes running through here and announces it every time.
Why are you taking a video?
But that's it. Because people want to know this stuff. All right, bye.